Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination thrive. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, we go to let pop culture lair.
Welcome to the remnants of Wednesday. We got 8 minutes left. That means we have 8 minutes left to episode 3 of Creature Commandos. I enjoyed episodes 1 and 2, so I'm looking for some consistency with episode 3. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center's live watch party. For those of you who do not have HBO Max or Max, whatever the hell it's called, because you are in a region of the world that does not have it yet, pinned to the top of the chat is the Twitch stream, which I'll get started here in a moment. And you guys who are watching live can watch it with us. We will be skipping the intro and starting right at zeros at the beginning of the show. So I'll let you know when we're ready to go. We still got a few minutes before the episode hits. So while I get that ready, here are
oh, sorry, the song ended already.
From comicbook.com, Fortress of Solitude, Kung Fu Kingdom, a whole bunch of other outlets. Here he is. And then one of our Patreons. How are you doing? All right. So
what's up?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna let you guys get acclimated and get ready on the other stream so that we know where we're at. And then I'm just like I said, I'm just waiting for the episode to hit. We are literally going to be watching this live as it hits both the East Coast and the West Coast.
Go live.
Yeah, so for those of you who will be joining the panel, for those of you, if there's like talking going on, we'll go ahead and keep it quiet till after the show. If there's music or dead space, then we can talk. But since we'll all be watching this for the very first time, it's not like Dune where some of you guys have watched it before we have. This is literally as we're airing it. So we'll do an after show, like, right afterwards to discuss what we saw, what we liked, and everything else. So we are 6 minutes away.
Actually, it's interesting too with this episode, because I'm sure you saw the news that the DC Studios has officially, under Mike Flanagan, greenlit a Clayface movie.
Animated?
I don't know. That's I could not tell you offhand. I need to look at the piece on the reporting on that, but I just know one's been greenlit. Reporting, but and I'll okay, here it is. This is from Variety on Twitter. Fresh off the success of the HBO series The Penguin, DC Studios has officially greenlit a feature film centered around Clayface, the shapeshifted Batman villain from a script written by Dr. Sleep filmmaker Mike Flanagan.
Okay, that's a good writer.
Yeah, it doesn't say animated live action or what
What
format.
universe are we talking about?
That's
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. There's a lot of questions there. I mean, obviously, I know there's going to be a Clayface in this show because we saw it in the trailers. Or are they, so are they doing an animated version of that, or are we doing? I don't know. So I heard vaguely about that earlier today, but I didn't see much of the detail. So we will await further details on that. While you are here, please like, subscribe, spread the news. We got a busy weekend. We got one of our more detailed Saturday overnight live shows happening. Going to be covering a lot. While I'm doing that show, we will be covering Saturday night's main event from WWE, the first one in quite a while, and they're going retro with it. So while we're on the air, I will be covering that. Also, we will be covering the legacy of Iron Maiden after the retirement of their drummer, who for 43 years. But we've done some of the albums before, but I'm going to do the entire history of the band. We're going to jump into that. Earlier that afternoon, we will be watching for our Saturday live. The return of our Saturday live watch parties will be Spider-Man No Way Home. 3 years later after it was released, and we've been waiting that long to get another Spider-Man movie. Which, to be honest with you, given given the resources and who we have making these movies, that's kind of pathetic. So yeah, I'll be happy to get Spider-Man 4, and then off the heels of the announcement that I just don't believe that they're not going to make any more Spider-Man type movies other than the ones that they're doing. Yeah, that's like David Zaslav telling me that the theater industry is alive and well, and they're going to get 100% behind it. And we see while we still have some great movies that have come out and made a lot of money, overall, it's not where it is. It's not where it was 3 or 4 years ago. And with streaming, it ain't going back. So yeah, that's what we'll be covering on Saturday. Friday, I forgot what Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, this Friday, we will be doing a Friday night watch party, and it will be a Friday the 13th movie. So if you're trying to guess which one it's going to be,
Jason in Space?
Jason X Blows. Jason Takes Manhattan's a piece of shit movie. Sorry. The remake is I would rather literally eat a VHS with no water, nothing, straight down, than watch the remake. The remake is trash, in my opinion. I hate that remake. So
I would pay to see that.
So you only got six movies to choose from.
Just once I'd like to see William just flub on making one of these analogies. Like he makes one that's just not that creative. It's just I would rather just like I would rather do anything else than do this.
They're vivid because my feelings about certain issues are really. But yeah, so we're it's gonna be. We've already done Friday the 13th Part 1. So we've already done that. We did that I think we did that last Friday the 13th, as a matter of fact. So I think we are going to do. I would love to do Friday the 13th Part 3, but I have 3D glasses here, but you guys wouldn't be able to do it in 3D. If we did Part 3, it's going to be in just regular 2D, which would kind of suck. Part 4, the final chapter, which was not the final chapter, obviously, was a good movie. 5 was all right. 6 was the last one that was like, okay. After that, it got stupid. And then obviously Freddy versus Jason's not even worth mentioning for me. So we're going to either do 2, 3, 4, or 5. Like I said, 3 is my favorite of these movies, but like I said, without 3D, I don't know if it's going to be as impactful. So, all right, let's head over to Max to see if the episode is up. And if it's so, we're going to start getting ready. All right, still waiting. So let me back out of Max. Maybe it'll give it to me then. All right, I'm still showing just 2 episodes, but we still have a minute left. So,
yeah,
like
it's not midnight yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, but if I'm showing Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th, why would that make any? What are you trying to say? Come on, did you miss the Friday the 13th part of it?
He wants you to show Terrifier.
That movie's garbage. We watched too much Terrifier. I went to go see Terrifier.
Oh.
I told you I thought that movie was hot trash, but I appreciate the people who love it. If you love Terrifier, I have all the respect in the world for you. Enjoy yourselves. I never want to see that movie again. I never want
Are
to
you
see that
talking
movie
about all
again.
three?
All of them. 2 being the best of the 3, but that's like saying that there's a better smelling pile of feces somewhere than the one that's near me. That's not saying a lot. But they're not for me, though. They're not for me. Terrifier is not for me. So me hating not liking Terrifier shouldn't mean anything to anybody.
How's it going, Aaron?
No, another 10 years or so. Let's wait before we do anything with Freddy Krueger for a while. All right, let's see where we're at here. I think we should be up and running.
Should be live now. We'll do it live.
No, okay, so I'm gonna have to back out. So it's probably just me.
Well, usually
Everybody
when it
Can you do me a favor and put the link to the Twitch in the private chat, please? So it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, usually, William, usually, when it becomes available, like the minute of availability, it takes like there's a little bit of
because I know other people last week got it before me, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm on the fastest internet you can get. Damn it! All right, let's just go back out here. Rewind, not rewind, but refresh.
I may be odd about streaming, but I don't wait for movies to come out of streaming that I really want to watch. I go and watch them. I usually use streaming for movies I kind of sort of want to watch, and
I don't have time, so I have to do the former because it's like there are movies that I really want to see, but
what about if it's streaming?
What about what?
What about directly to stream?
I don't know. I mean, usually that tells you something about the movie.
No, it doesn't. The Shadow Strays was recently on Netflix, and it is
okay. All right,
phenomenal.
Let's stop.
About the Shadow Strays, how long does that go for?
That's about 2 hours 20 minutes. It's about 140 minutes.
All right, chat. Let me know. Am I on the wrong day? We did it last Wednesday, right? Wednesday going into Thursday, didn't we?
It says every Thursday, yeah.
Well, it's Thursday here in Australia.
Hold on, let's just get out of.
You could watch the Shadow Strays if it doesn't come up, William.
I will not do.
Why not? It's the 3Ds on steroids, man.
Go look at my thumbnail and see if you can find it. If you can find Shadow Strays in our thumbnail, then maybe I'll think about it. But
it's lame, dude. Aaron. See, my baby sis, she understands.
Okay, I got 2 people.
My baby sis, my fellow warrior, she understands. Okay.
See? Thursday.
Yeah. Yep.
You see it?
Again, it's like usually there's like a little bit of
It's
a
Thursday
lag
here in Vegas too.
Yeah, it's time. It says 12 a.m. Pacific time, 3 a.m. Eastern time. So what am I waiting for? I'll just keep hitting refresh until it shows. So.
Did Dazzle make this attacks right off too?
What's the Shadow Strays?
Yes. We could do that because it's awesome. And it's got a warrior lady.
Now I want you guys. There's a reason why we have topics, people.
Yeah,
I thought you were all about Gunna Snatch.
Here we go. No, and all right, it's up. So all this other nonsense that we were talking about that has nothing to do with Creature Commandos can go to the wayside now. Let's get into the episode.
I'm not seeing it up. I don't see it up. So we're watching the Shadow Strays instead. Sorry, James Gunn.
All right, we are starting at 36 seconds into it. Let me go live on the other stream.
I might have to use the Twitch link because I'm not seeing it on HBO Max.
All right, I am live on Twitch with it. So refresh the Twitch stream so you guys all get it. And then we'll get our countdown. There you are. There we go.
I'd like to remind everybody that William's dissing a movie that many dudes involved with the raid made.
I'm dissing a movie we're not watching right now. I'm dissing something that has nothing to do with what we're doing right now. That's what I'm doing. We can respect it
You know,
on the day.
if James Gunn brings any of the raid people into this, it's like then you're good. I'm going to laugh.
I'm going to care less. All right, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm watching on.
If you're not, listen. If you guys can't find it on
Yeah.
HBO Max, go ahead and head it to the Twitch link. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Twitch link back in the chat for you, so that it's pinned to the top of the thing. But for just in case, here you go. All right.
Okay, now it's on HBO Max.
All right, we're at 36 seconds in. Negative 21:59 if you're going backwards. All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
It's called Cheers to the Tin Man this episode.
About GI Robot, which just be hilarious.
Again, William?
I'm not seeing it on Twitch for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not either. So, but I got an HBO Max now.
Hold on,
No, I
we're
got the
pausing. We're pausing.
Yeah, I got it right when he says, "Shall I open fire, General?"
Hold on. Oh, I see. Hold on. My fault.
I bet James Gunn's a big fan of the Shadow Strays.
Don't
I bet,
care.
and I bet Zack Snyder is too.
All right, we're gonna go back to 36 seconds in. We're gonna restart.
Okay.
It's for those of you who didn't know, because the Twitch thing didn't link up. Here we go. All right, you should be seeing it on Twitch now.
Oh, and it had that on HBO Max. It had that preview for Beetlejuice on it.
I didn't see it. All right, I think I skipped that. All right, here we go. At 36 seconds to 21:54 in 3, 2, 1, play.
Twitch is working now.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
I'm lost here. Actually, James Gunn was asked recently about the DC Studios logo and the Superman with the chains, and he said that's going to be consistent. But I remember some people suggesting it'd be kind of cool if they did, like with individual characters, like with Batman, do something with Batman, and then with every individual one, kind of customize it for them. That could be cool. But I mean, also Superman is the face of everything. I could see them wanting to do that too.
Charge and rock. Damn.
The Saving Private Ryan of cartoons.
Is he gonna drink that beer? The robot.
Yeah, drunk robot. I never thought I'd see that. Yeah. Hey, Drew. Everybody.
Hey.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not quite sold on this theme music for the intro. Because
Is James Gunn in the intro?
Me either.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
look, it's narcissism.
yeah. Well, I mean, I would do it too if I created my own animated series, so I can't
I'll
really
tell
judge.
you what, everybody that I've seen has been ripping into that. Even James Gunn fans have said he shouldn't have had it.
Wait, they shouldn't have had what exactly?
Had the little
Had
animated
yeah,
version of him.
Yeah, that's just.
I mean, yeah, kind of. It does. It is. It is a little bit like Mark Zuckerberg, putting on the business card saying "I'm CEO, bitch."
And it's like, you're not. I'm sorry, but you're not that recognizable.
All right, Case, keep focused while they're talking, guys.
Oh.
So he was creating during World War II.
Yeah, robot. Yes. Well, really, all the Creature Commandos really, they really are a World War II like era comic book. Show is just setting it in modern times.
I thought this would have taken place in World War II.
Yeah. I'm telling you, every time I see GI Robot, I just think B166ER from Animatrix.
That's funny.
Robot Soldier, does that technically make him a Terminator with no skin? That's just a thought.
Good question.
No, because he's not there to kill one person to save the future. Or rather, destroy the future.
So he's like full on AI.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Ah, there you go. Go to NASA. Huh.
That's a good directive. Kill Nazis.
Yeah. You can always go to Central and South America.
Yeah, well, then Magneto tracks him down after that.
Uh,
Whoa, she's fire. I want to sound like Keanu.
wow.
Actually, you know what that dude reminds me of? You guys, everybody, you remember the movie Three Ninjas, where it
No.
has those
Yeah.
surfer dudes that get hired to kidnap the kids, and and the whales sound like surfer guys. Like that's what this guy
Oh, man,
reminds
that's
me
a
of.
blast from the past.
That was more funny than Creature Commandos.
And it's basically kind of
What was it? It was a trilogy.
yeah. Well, they pretty much all suck after the first one, but
And there was copycat ones.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, that's a pretty good death.
Oh,
That's a pretty good death. That dude just got hit by a truck and exploded by a hand grenade at the same time. That is a really good death. James Gunn. Okay, I
it
will
reminded
tip my
me
hat
of
to that.
something that you will see from Final Destination.
Oh, Aaron, yes, Aaron pushing that button on William.
What was that?
She said that guy's death reminded her of Final Destination.
No, fuck that shit.
I will credit you very highly on that one, James Gunn. It's like I've never seen a dude hit by a car and exploded by a grenade simultaneously.
Yeah, damn. Damn cats.
Oh, he runs on fuel. Oh shit.
Oh, this is occurred. Okay, this is getting interesting too. We're like they're watching the TVs this in the last episode, people are watching TV or looking on the cell phone, they see stuff in live action. I think I've ever seen that done before, or not like frequently anyway. But
Well, not really in animation.
no, because usually it's the other way around. Usually it's something like Roger Rabbit. They're bringing the animation into the live action setting.
Yeah.
By the way,
I
Drogo,
thought,
yes, Drogo, we have noticed your dyed hair before you.
Oh, okay, good.
And our last episode, remember the Russian woman picked up a mobile phone. There was a picture of Zac Efron.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Now I know what this GI Robot. Now I know what he reminds me of. It's like he reminds me of the Crash Dummies. His looks is like the Crash Dummies.
Oh,
God,
Crash has tough dummies.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love those. I love those action figures when I was little. I played with those like crazy. That was like a thing when I was in like 91.
Oh, I had the toy too, but it was like it was like a doll.
Yeah. Those are so cool.
Oh man, this isn't gonna go well.
The meeting with all these dignitaries? Oh yeah.
Oh, oh my God!
yeah,
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
I thought that guy with the tattoo on his neck was the red flag.
Hey, dressing dolls. Coin-operated boys. Oh my God, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh.
Wow! Holy crap!
Oh.
Oh fuck!
Okay, this has turned into the church scene in Kingsman.
This is like walk around and find out.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
This
That's
is
pretty
so wild.
that he's got like a hover, like the upper half of his body turned to a hovercraft. Oh man. He's not.
How much fun he's having.
He is going to town.
Pure joy in killing Nazis.
I mean, that's a good thing.
This
right?
is some violent shit.
Yeah.
Good
Almost.
Lord. This is
He just
Bullets don't do this like that, by the way, but hey, it's all right.
well, he just killed a black Nazi.
Oh, dude, should teleport you over to Marvel. It's like they have this new thing called Hydra there that you're gonna love. Well, he very clearly is relishing it. So, oh yeah, this is interesting to do with the purple T-Rex head there.
You sent to August.
Okay, is he just having like a vision of what's going to happen, or what?
No,
What
it's
does
not a vision of what's happened.
Oh, it doesn't really matter because he just blew up. Oh, okay. I think we're about to get that nightmare vision that was teased now.
Where did all the blood go away from? She was covered in it before. But I think James Gunn has some continuity issues. The animation.
Yeah, it might be there. Okay, how did she survive getting hit by that energy blast at point blank range?
It's probably something about her we don't know yet. Oof.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
This is more gory than any live action DC movie I've ever seen.
No.
And we still don't know her name. We still refer to her as Fish Lady.
They actually said it in the thing. I just when you see the intros, I just didn't look at it. Oh, this is so nasty.
Okay, I was wrong. I guess we don't get our nightmare vision.
Well, I'm gonna watch it all the way through now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I learned that lesson the first time.
Well, that was pretty good episode, but
hold on.
But we can all agree. Aaron would definitely agree. The Shadow Series is better. Oh, come on.
So that's you get your nightmare scene next episode. She impresses him on Amanda Waller.
Now I definitely caught the dead.
Did you guys all watch the preview?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I want to.
And this time I definitely caught the dead Peacemaker line on the ground.
I'm going to.
So let me get this straight. We now have a DC universe that is teasing an apocalyptic nightmare future where all the heroes are defeated.
Don't know what it's teasing. All right, let me get out of the stream. Patreon stream is over. Twitch stream is over. Let's get out of there. All right, I'll start. I wish that episode had been a little bit longer. Just as it got going, I wanted a little bit more. I could have used about 8 or 9 more minutes of it. I don't know what the mission is as far as the level of violence goes, but I love it. I mean, it's not real. Bullets don't do that, even what he's using, but that's fine. He's doing it for effect. I like the music. I really like the music in episodes. Coin Operated Boy is a song by the Dresden Dolls, for those of you who don't know. Indie band out of Boston. That's one of their big. In fact, I think that is their biggest hit. So enjoyed the placement of the movie. Like I said, not outside of 10 Man. I mean, it wasn't really too much to the episode, but that's all it really needed to be. And obviously, next episode we're gonna get Weasel, and you're finally gonna get the truth about him. It looks from that preview that he wasn't trying to kill anybody, that he was trying to save kids, and kids ended up dying. And since he can't really make a case for himself, he probably just got rolled up into all that. So also the scene that we've been previewed looks like it's Cersei's mission is not made clear to us until she touches Amanda Waller, and naturally you see that nightmare scene. So I thought it was a solid episode. Like I said, I'm not big. I stopped watching half-hour shows quite a while ago because I need an hour. I just want hour shows, but 22 minutes. This was a 22-minute episode.
I think maybe it also just kind of feels that way a little bit too, because last week we watched the first 2 episodes back to back, and so now we're
that's a good point.
It's now we're down in it's coming out one at a time now, so it feels a little bit comparatively truncated when you're just taking them one at a time.
All right, Brad, I'll start with you after myself. Then, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah, like I said, it's like I think I probably need to. I think at this point I probably will shed the kind of the mindset of like I just keep being surprised every time I see a new episode. It's more. I was expecting it to be very comedic, but I was surprised at how slapstick it is, and slapstick in a very R-rated way too. Again, the whole Nazi massacre there just reminded me of the church scene in Kingsman. But again, I think the biggest function it's done so far is it does make the universe feel very lived in. It's it just kickstarts right away on this this mission we're like learning about. You're really in breadcrumbs at the moment as you just got like a very brief debriefing at the beginning of it. So we're learning a lot about these characters and this mission and this world on the go. So that's making pretty interesting watch. And of course, I mean, it's definitely holding a carrot out there as far as like what is this whole like vision of all the heroes are dead in this nightmare future. I'm definitely interested in seeing that.
Well, she says she has to kill her in order to save the world. So there's something deceptive about that princess. Yeah. And you did point out the fact that she took a direct blast from something that's been ripping things apart.
Yeah, exactly.
The bride took blast from her, but the bride is superhuman. So there's something other than her, that she's not human, obviously. So there's something deceptive that we'll probably learn in the next episode.
I do think also now that one area where this episode was kind of a step down for me compared to the the first 2, and it's not like a big deal, but I did think the needle drops, the soundtrack, I think maybe it's just a me thing, but I was like, I thought the song choices on that,
I love those.
Yeah. I mean, you have like a Transylvanian rock band. It's like, I mean, and you got characters of Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. So that is like really well chosen.
Well, coin operated boy was perfect because it's a robot,
Yeah. So this I felt didn't quite hit the mark for me as much, and as far as like the needle drops. But that's a ruin the episode. Just it just kind of the first 2 just did that part better.
I think the music so far has done an excellent job. By the way, 74 people watching on all our formats. Please like, subscribe, and also if you could come over to Home Base here on YouTube because. Like I said, Twitter, we're not long for that. And like I said, we don't get anything out of Twitter. But yeah, I thought I think with the first 3 episodes, by the way, we're halfway through. This thing's almost over.
It's 7.
7. So we're okay. So we're
about it. We are about the halfway mark. I mean, so that is.
I'm gonna mute you guys until you're talking because I can hear some background stuff.
And that speaks to, I think, also how fast-paced the show is. It's like you feel how fast-paced it is in each individual episode, and really with the season collectively, it's like it's a relatively short episode count, and each episode it just goes. So it is very.
It gets right to the point. There are no dead spots in this show, and like I first said, for a 22-minute episode, you really can't have any. I think that the music actually moves the story along. It helps it. It helps you capture whatever instant you're supposed to be, and it allows them to change pace. So they don't have to be going fast-paced, blood and guts all the time because the music really puts you in whatever mood that they need you to be in. Like when he's killing all those white supremacists in that church, there's a certain piece of music. When he's walking up to Nina, there's a certain, seeing friend Nina, and she picks up and said, there's a different type of pace. So it helps. He's using music in a way that a lot of guys Tarantino does it. Michael Mann pretty much originated it in this type of music, but you don't see a lot of people, in my opinion, doing it like that to control the pace. They play something for a scene, but they're not playing the music for the type of pace that they're going for. So I thought that was so far during the first 3 episodes, that's a good deal. Hey, Clint, what do you think about it?
Well, the best thing about it is it's using some of the series cliches, but it's doing it very well. It's building up the background characters and moving the story along at the same time. That's what I like best about this. And the music, I mean, even the intro, it all fits because this is just silly. The whole thing is silly. It's not
chaos. It's chaos is what
right.
Yeah. So yeah.
So that's what I like about this episode, or these episodes, all of them. Because usually most series spend an episode or two going through the background of a character that you really didn't care about, but this does it in a way that you go, oh, so that's their motivation as they're moving along the story.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him go into the church and I saw those tattoos, I'm like, oh fuck, everybody in this church is gonna die. Yeah. Everybody here is going to die. And you saw his eyes get all red because I like the way on this character you can tell his emotions, even though he has a robotic jaw. You could still see him smiling when he's killing these people, and the pure joy he's getting out of it when he's just slaughtering these people is like, and the disappointment. I think they do a good job with the ebbs and flows, the happiness that he displays when he's killing the Nazis, and the disappointment when there's no Nazis to kill. It's hilarious. So, Axel, what did you think of the episode? I
didn't watch it.
Okay, Aaron.
Oh, I thought it was extraordinarily fun, and in particular with this episode, as a history buff and a World War II nerd, I find it extremely fun to see something like that to be shown in animation.
Yeah, it's cool to see Sergeant Rock. For those of you who are not heavy on DC and have heard of Sergeant Rock, that's him. That's Sergeant Rock. Sergeant Rock is a historical, pivotal character in DC. Back in the 50s when they started to get back into selling comics, a lot of the military comics were the ones that were the most popular. And during that era, you got things like Nick Fury, you got Sergeant Rock. A lot of that stuff was what people wanted to see in between wars. Obviously, their popularities kind of waned during when the Vietnam War got controversial. Those kind of comics didn't do well. But during that, there's a point in time where and not just in comic books, in pop culture in general, like a lot of your movies that were coming out after then were all your John Wayne movies, or like a lot of that stuff, were taking place in World War II. So Sergeant Rock was a big part of that. For those of you who have fathers and grandfathers that were collecting, and that when they were kids, Sergeant Rock was huge. So to see him on screen like that, if I know that they're doing a Sergeant Rock movie, I heard if they're doing, they got to have G.I. Robot in there. So, if you do a Sergeant Rock movie and there's not G.I. Robot, I don't know if I want to see it, because he made that scene great when he's like, get out, and then he just slaughters all those Nazis, even the ones that were running away. By the way, that was war crime. But I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed the build of the episode. So next week we have the Weasel, and then after that, who would be left? Oh, Fish Girl would be next, and then I think we're gonna head it off with Grillo's character, with Rick Flag Sr. But like I said, I still am waiting to see how they deal with the fact that this man has really recent, because this is real recent, has real recently lost a son.
And he's taking it surprisingly well.
Yeah, which is probably, and something's going to happen in this show to where that triggers something in him to where he will not be handling it. Well, right now, he's compartmentalizing, which is what a lot of people do. But even people who compartmentalize, eventually it's going to hit them. And I think that'll probably end up being my favorite episode. But like I said, I enjoyed
also this show, well, this particular episode also seems like, I don't know whether you caught on to it. It kind of sounds like a message. There's a message not to be like,
the message, don't be a Nazi.
To go down that path of being a Nazi, because bad things will happen to you if you go down that racist, white supremacist road, because there's going to be karma that's going to come to you and get you. So steer clear away from that.
Well, one of the things that I saw on it is that the time in between when he first starts killing Nazis in World War II, and then he gets into somewhat modern times, 20, 30 years later, what he's trying to tell you, not he's trying to tell, but he's just, he's letting you know that throughout history, these guys don't go away. The ones he killed at the beginning of the show were actual Nazis, but it just transferred into years and years down the line to where it's a joke that he's always wanting to kill Nazis, but it's sobering that there are some still to kill, and he's there for it. So I enjoyed GI Robot. It's just the fact that the turn was like when he comes on with the guy with the cats, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like a bromance. He's gonna grow old with them, and maybe no. When he said the cause, I'm like, I started to feel it. Then I'm like, oh shit. Every time I see that in the movie, the cause usually isn't good. And when he starts to walk and I start seeing a tattoo there, okay, don't recognize that one. Then I saw the cause. Okay, I recognize that one. And then before you knew it, there's a swastika. And I'm like, okay, all these people are going to get turned into salad right now. And he did exactly what you expected him to do. So they did not let you down. You got to see him in full Nazi killing mode. And that was hilarious. I mean, seeing all those people get torn up, but just seeing his like somebody who just was given the latest, greatest video game to test out and play. He was just so happy to see all that die. But Cersei probably is going to end up being not the worst thing that they're up against. I think there's, like I said, there's a lot we don't know. But I think that princess is going to end up being the real villain, or sort of the real villain.
Yeah, but Aaron, one thing I do want to ask, like for everything you're laid out there, which is all very relevant, but I still have to ask, like, is this episode as good as the Shadow Strays?
I haven't
All right,
seen the
so
Shadow
we're gonna
Strays.
get back on topic here. Daniel Craig circling DC Comics movie, Sergeant Rock with the Lecter. Yeah. So Daniel Craig, I think would be perfect for that role.
Wasn't Spielberg supposed to do Sergeant Rock or like?
No,
No,
it
he was
was,
going
Black
to do
Hawk.
Black
Hawk.
Hawks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Still,
did Sergeant Rock look like Daniel Craig in that episode?
I really.
There's been different interpretations of it. He had the right build and right face.
Because-
Sergeant Rock would have been around that age. He was an older NCO. He was a master sergeant. He wasn't. Yeah, so he would. Plus, you got makeup effects. Colin Farrell looking like the Penguin. Oh, I didn't even think about G.I. Robot being. Oh yeah, he definitely has to be in the Sergeant Rock movie.
There is a Sergeant Rock comic book in the first Predator movie. Did you guys know that?
Oh really?
Yeah, the one dude, the
Shane
one nerdy
Black's
dude.
character.
Yeah, he's reading it. Yep, he sure is.
Are you talking about like when they had like the meeting of the scientists when we found?
No, when he's in the helicopter.
Okay.
No, it's also in the credits as well.
Okay.
Okay, because I know he has an issue because I have that issue that he had in there.
Okay. They got the...
Yeah. That
he's
was
like
hilarious.
he's having the time of his life when he's just spraying and just going to town.
Yeah, and Cersei's followers were Proud Boys with hats calling themselves soft. So, still, do I like his people in real life? No, but Flames nonetheless. Yeah.
Oh no, he had one up here. Wait, let me gun stoking the flames. All the Nazis look like Republican Texans.
That is Fourth 1000's opinion.
Yes, that is Fourth 1000's opinion.
No, thank you for the $5. So,
but meanwhile, your fly, William, has some commentary.
Yeah, and like I said, it's that they took this relic out of World War II and put him anywhere in time, and they're still Nazis. It's like, wow, that's kind of tough. Or still Nazi type character. All right, if it wasn't for DCU beginning, I wouldn't stay up for 20-minute episode of anything. I'm already up, so it's like this is like when we would already be streaming. We would already be streaming. We would already be streaming anyway, so it's like I might as well stream something new to talk about. So let's see, he had a 5:00 shadow. That's about the extent of the accent. American. I don't know what part of America, but it was American. Who was talking about? Oh, you're watching Thunderball. They empathize with how GI Robot tech is for the time. Unless I missed something, they don't elaborate more. Is this tech tied to? No, they never really. And I don't know enough about the Creature Commandos because not something I really picked up. But I just assumed it was the kind of stuff like the Hellboy type of technology that you see in Hellboy, even though they're clearly in World War II. It could be alien influence. I have to do some research on GI Robot. They didn't give too much away. They only had 22 minutes, so they didn't give too much away of his origin. But I think he's just basically a basic character.
Yeah, see, that's what makes it really kind of if you're starting on like a connected franchise like this, that makes it really kind of different sort of entry point where you're starting with an animated series, so you're getting these 22-minute chunks of this of seeing this world and some of the characters in it, and again the fact that it is very fast paced and very slapstick. You don't usually see this approach, even though like what was the term Gunn used? He called it like a aperitif. I think it was he said it was an aperitif of the DCU. So that was I don't think I'd heard that term before.
I have never heard that word in my life. I have
Yeah,
to look at
Did
that
you
up.
just make that up?
No, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna be offended, you cannot watch James Gunn. If you're easily offended, you can't be. You can't be watching this shit.
An aperitif is an alcoholic beverage usually served before a meal to stimulate the appetite, and is usually dry rather than sweet. So
okay, don't drink.
So it's an appetizer in beverage form, basically.
Yeah, I think people will be offended by anything. Say folks who claim others can take a joke, but well, like I said, if you can't take a joke, and if you're easily offended, anything that has James Gunn on it, you really need to go the other way, because especially like this kind of shit, he's in his element. So yeah, I mean it's crude. I mean I don't know how many people were expecting some of the stuff you saw in the first 2 episodes. All that fucking going on in the first 2 episodes. I mean, it was only 2 instances, but I mean, were you really expecting that? It's a lot for a cartoon.
Yeah,
any cartoon. So yeah,
that's another thing I'm really kind of is because he said we're gonna have like different tones and different feels to it, and it's gonna kind of like go. I mean, his Superman movie obviously isn't gonna be R-rated, but it's
dude, hold on, pause on. If it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. I'm just joking, by the way. So if we go to fucking Superman on June or July 11th, and there's this kind of cutting up and violence and shit, dude, I don't even want to be in that theater, because the diehards and all the way back to the Grease people will be like, they'll want to burn that theater down.
They can't handle the bad guy's neck getting broken by Superman. It's like, imagine if they see anything like this in Superman.
I don't think he's gonna do that, but that'd be hilarious if he did.
But really, it's like when it comes to like the franchise, like comprehensively, it sounds like it's gonna just kind of kind of oscillate a little bit between like some of this is PG, some of it's PG-13, some of it's R-rated, some of it's more family friendly, some of it's not, and yeah, that's a tough needle to thread, but curious to see how that works.
But you have to do it though, because like I said, the mistakes that DC has made before, and especially the last 5, 6, 7 years, is just trying to create to create a singular minded fan. You may have to run the risk to get to the point where you have a franchise that appeals to a wide swath of people, because otherwise you're eliminating one. If you appeal to the people who are just a soft and cuddly DC, then you eliminate guys like me who want to see some violence. If you do just completely violence, and you eliminate the people who want to see. So I think when the franchise is working right, it can appeal to several different levels of people, and I think that's what he's going for. Studio heads never got that. Warner Brothers execs never got that. They never pierced the surface of what DC could be, so they never knew what it could be. But even if you're reading the comic books, if you're reading DC or experiencing DC, look, you got kids cartoons, and you also have the same subject in those cartoons, giving people compound fractures and throwing them off of buildings and they have vats of acids. So it can appeal when it's working right to a lot of different people. And what you end up doing when you do that is you have the entire household involved in your brand. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be something in for everybody, I hope. And I don't think GI's dead. I don't think it's not.
So you might want to walk this back then, Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think GI is dead. I think he's
I hope so. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you do his episodes like that, and then you kill him. So
because you like only scratch the surface.
My favorite so far.
He's only scratched the surface. I mean, Nazis you can blow away.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, none of these main characters are going to die yet. In this character, there's not a different mission with the Suicide Squad, because it was the Suicide Squad.
Well, I mean, Rick Flag, he's in Superman and Peacemaker, so yeah. he's definitely he's coming back definitely.
And he's got black hair. So maybe
that was a little bit like I need to look up the exact quote, but Gunn said something to the effect of like Grillo like dyed his hair like after they finished animation or something. I don't know.
Plus, this stuff is never really filmed in sequence.
By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but because I did see Werewolves the other night. And listen, if you were mad about the shape Frank Grillo's in,
Yeah, you told
at,
me. You told
at
me.
60 before.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. This
we're
movie,
not even bringing that picture up.
Oh,
anymore,
this movie is like this movie like if you were mad before, this movie like will make you just like spontaneously combust.
I've been feeling like crap lately with all these dudes. Bobby Lashley in wrestling is 48 years old, and I guarantee you that man hasn't aged a second. Frank Grillo, all these guys, all these ripped up dudes that are just chewing off of the root of some magical tree.
It's like that movie Demolition Man.
Yeah.
All right, 80 of you guys watching right now, please like, subscribe, and share right at the bottom there, youtube.com/@the-center. Subscribe, hit the bell so that you can be alerted when all of our weirdness goes live. So, all right, I think that's where we're going to put a bow on it. Enjoyed the episode. Like I said, now we're back. Now we're into the half hour. We've been spoiled by the 2 episodes at a time. But so, yeah, those are the average 22 minutes of episode. Hopefully, like I said, they cover a lot of ground. We got 4 more episodes left, and so far, so good. All right. For the panel for Brad, we will see what is today, Wednesday. We'll probably have just a regular open midnight. No, it's Thursday. So we'll have our the days just melt into each other. Yeah. We'll have our regular Thursday night show. Like I said, Friday night, we're going to pick a Friday the 13th. It'll be either 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'm not doing any of the ones afterwards because that's when it just got goofy, and it's just, even for Friday the 13th, it got stupid. And no, don't ask about the remake because I think that's blasphemy. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow.